anticipating. You got me waiting. I'm trying to show you. I wanna get to know you. You got me waiting. I'm not debating. I'm relating about this love. Trying to show you. I really wanna get to know you. Trying to show you. I want your love. That's my rendition of the HeaVY. What is it? Waiting. You got me waiting. You got me wait. Rest in peace to HeaVY, man. I'm gonna tell you, HeaVY was really it was a whole lot about HeaVY that I didn't understand like initially, but I do know that when HeaVY came out, HeaVY was dancing, yo. HeaVY would dance his ass off. HeaVY did end up dancing his ass off. Like he literally danced his ass off. But it almost got to a certain point where I was like, you know, when Trouble T. Roy passed away, it was like kind of funny because those were the dancers. But the thing that got me about that was that is why I realized that like with some of the props and some of the stage shows and the stuff that was like not really necessary, my man he fell off the daggone stage. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you, there's more to it than I know about. But as far as like as far as the ins and outs of it, I just know that daggone T with Troy, T-R-O with T.R.O.Y. Yo, that shit was crazy, yo. They reminisce over you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wonderful song. But not the best song on the album. Oh man. The Pete Rock and CL Smooth album. Oh my God. I waited for that album for like a whole year and a half. And see, I don't want to go into it, but I'll just say that Pete Rock is a perfectionist. That album, I was going to Camelot every Friday on payday, like, yo, man, the Pete Rock CL Smooth, and see, folks said that, I think they said HeaVY had the first, Beast Mode had the first double CD. No, he didn't. Pete Rock had the first double CD. Pete Rock CL Smooth, that album was almost like 2 hours long. And most albums, the best albums had 10 songs, 45 minutes was you know what I'm saying? Anything longer than that was like filler. But oh my God, for as long as it took for that daggone album to come out, I knew it was gonna be that fire. And I don't even have none of the songs, well, I don't really have none, and the EP was dope too. Oh my God, the EP? The EP? Oh, the EP? Oh, come on, man. The early presentation? Oh, come on, man. I'm about to pause this video now for a faster upload, and I'm gonna try to find some of those songs. And that's just because it reminds me of the temperature that it was when it came out. Like a pre-spring type of, you know, weather. Back in like 1992. Really awesome time. And I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say that the Scenario remix was good too. But I'm gonna tell you, my whole thing then was that whenever somebody started doing something, if everybody's doing it, I'm not doing it no more. I'm never doing what everybody's doing. I'm gonna always do my own thing. If everybody's on to a certain song, fine, I'll do something different. It's almost like my page. Whenever I post something, there's too much in this world around us that for one person to focus on me, I'm like, why am I the focal point? There's too much around you. Like, it's like having cable, but you watching one channel complaining about what's on that channel. Turn the channel. Turn the channel. I'm gonna do my little dance, turn your head. You know, it's just so much. It's like, and then people, it's like we're getting there where it's like the social credits. We're being attuned to social creditization, where it's like you could be penalized, like saying if you don't say what everybody wants to hear, then that means you're being punished. So that means that you don't have an America. We have a coming communism, which I don't have a problem with that either, because I think in terms of like people having like an excess of things for like one person might have a house that has like 17 rooms. What do you need a room for what do you need a house with 17 rooms for which is you by yourself? Just so you can say, well, I have status. What's that, a status symbol? That's not practical. And that doesn't make any sense to me, and it's not economical, and it's a waste of money. And that's part of why we are where we are now, because of people having credit. And like I said before, when they had the Bubbies and Yuppies in the early 80s, and they started coming off of the gold standard because they had cocaine and heroin, coke or heroin from Vietnam, the natural resource that backed, you know what I'm saying, the money in America in case the money failed, that was with heroin, like in the movie American Gangster. They were banking on dead bodies. Like, yo, we can't ship heroin back to America if people don't die. We got to put them inside the bodies. A soldier told me that back in like 1990. Was it 5 or 6? 1996. It had to be 96, 97. And so that's why I realized at that point in time, it was never really about what we thought it was about. It was about trying to secure a new natural resource with which to, you know what I'm saying, to tie to the currency so the currency would have a backing. You can't just spend dollars for, you know, just like we got dollars. Our dollars mean nothing abroad. Dollars are only good for buying drugs. If you're not buying drugs, then your dollar is basically ineffective. It has no value. That's only for that. That's why I'm like, if you don't use drugs like me, then you have no problem with them tracking all your purchases. I don't mind them tracking my purchases. But see, I also realized that is a way to antagonize the drug use, because I don't want to go into it, but there was a certain Boxer rebellion where opium destroyed a certain country that has actually come back from that under communism. And if you've ever been around, like say, pig farms or, you know, places where they have like, where they raise cows and things like that, chickens and stuff, that stuff does hell on the land. The waste runoff and how it pollutes the land it's hard to come back from that. Once you got a bunch of pigs and stuff and it destroys if you don't deal with it properly, it toxifies the soil. But what I do know is that there are certain additives, you can add certain bacteria or compost to it that will actually facilitate, you know what I'm saying, the breaking down of those bacteria. Which reminds me that I didn't get none of what I was supposed to got today. I can't afford mushrooms. I just so happen to be walking by the mellow mushroom right now. And hold up. There's a hair going in my mouth that was not there earlier. I'm not shaving my mustache for nobody. I'm like Tony Baker, yo, I'm too adorable. I have a baby butt face. If I shave my mustache, I will be mistaken for some young dude, and I would not actually have at least the appearance of the seniority that I would like to garner. And I need that. I personally need that. And for as much as I've been endowed with it, I'm pretty sure it's for a reason. You know? But I am going to trim it up, though. But with that being said, I got some 9,700 milligram mushroom complex. 9,700. And for some reason, Amazon was like, yeah, we got a better deal. No, you don't. Not with 5,000 milligrams. I need 9,700 milligrams. I'm going to need that. Because you got me waiting, anticipating. I'm not debating. I need my love. There's a saying that goes that you need your love as much as anybody else out here in the world. And when you give your love to somebody else and don't love yourself, you're pouring from an empty cup. You're pouring from an empty cup. That's why I make sure I love myself. And some people need attention. I used to be an attention whore when I was in my teens, but not no more though. I love myself. And see, when you are an attention whore, that's a sadist. You're satanically sadist. It means that nothing you do for yourself is good enough for you. But see, I can masturbate. I don't masturbate, but I can. But some people can't masturbate. And that's a suffering. When you gotta find somebody to help you, can you help me? I gotta come. And I need you to help me. Because I can't do it by myself. Because you're not a master. Only a master can masturbate. I can masturbate, so I'm a master. That's why I say no all the time. I turn down sex all the time. You will never catch me out here. And when you do cocaine, it numbs your body to where you can't masturbate. You can't masturbate smoking crack cocaine, sniffing cocaine. You can't masturbate. So for some people, You gotta choose your pleasure. And when you choose your pleasure, you choose your hell. I don't need that other shit. I need what the Heavenly Father gave me. I don't need that other bullshit. People walk around smoking weed and shit. When you smoke weed, you can't cope with reality. That's what I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed, cigarette. You know why? Because I don't have to dull my reality. My reality and how I deal with it is fine the way. I don't have to drug myself up. I don't smoke weed. Why would you smoke weed that increases your appetite with the price of food being what it is? I can't afford to smoke weed. You gotta choose between putting gas in your gas tank or gas in your blunt. And that's a carcinogen. Eat it. I don't want to smell that. Eat it. You know what I'm saying? But as it is, I realize you have so many people out here these days that they're in a rush to be cool. It was cool to smoke weed when everybody else didn't smoke weed. But now that everybody's smoking weed, I don't want no goddamn weed. That's so goddamn average. I'm not trying to be average. Average is a savage. It's the average. It's savage. The average savage. I don't want to be the average savage. I want to be whatever. If it's cool if everybody's doing that stupid ass shit, then I'll go back. I'll be a nerd. I will be that gladly. You know what I'm saying? Peace.